forward to working with you.
Senator Ernst.
Thank you, Chairman Bozeman, and to our witness today, Mr. Fordyce. Congratulations on your nomination to you and your family. Welcome to the committee. I appreciate your testimony and your willingness to fill such an important role within our administration. And I'm also going to start by saying that you have quite a team waiting for you when you get to USDA, including a fellow Iowan, Pat Swanson, who is the administrator of the Risk Management Agency, as well as one of my former staffers as well, Matthew, who's now serving at FPAC. So alongside these great folks and with your extensive ag background as well, I have no doubt you're going to be able to hit the ground running, and I'm really excited about it. So, Mr. Fordyce, a phrase I've heard you use, one farmer, one form. Okay, I really like that. I know it resonates with my producers back in Iowa as well. A lot of our farmers are still juggling multiple forms across various agencies, and the process is very time-consuming and redundant. While some producers prefer walking into their local FSA offices with physical yield maps, others are ready for a digital option. And we need a system that will work for both those that prefer to put their hands on a map and those that would like to do it digitally. That same modernization is desperately needed when it comes to how USDA tracks and monitors foreign land ownership in the United States. The Agriculture Foreign Investment Disclosure Act, AFIDA, was signed into law in 1978 and has been barely touched since then. And even today, foreign land purchases are reported on paper, and staff must manually re-enter each submission, a process that's inefficient and prone to errors, and I have seen this firsthand. Last year, USDA's reaction to my oversight letter with Senator Fetterman was to add a disclaimer on their website saying typographical errors may occur because of the manual nature of data entry. And I am saying, Mr. Fordyce, that this is absolutely unacceptable. And I'm glad that the Trump administration agrees with me. The recent commitments from Secretary Rollins to modernize the AFIDA reporting process is welcome news. It's a much needed step to protect American farmland from our foreign adversaries. In the upcoming Farm Bill, I'm hopeful we build on that momentum with my Farmland Act to make clear our food supply is not for sale, at least not to our adversaries. So, Mr. Fordyce, if confirmed, will you commit to making USDA's digital modernization, both for farmers and programs like AFIDA, a top priority?
Yes, Senator. Appreciate your comments and certainly your questions. But first of all, let me say that Pat Swanson she's fantastic.
She's the best.
Yeah, she is great. I've known her a number of years. The one farmer, one form was just, I guess, me thinking about like what could be something that was short and maybe got to the point. And I would say that we started to work on that a little bit in the first Trump administration, didn't quite get it to the finish line from a modernizing acreage reporting standpoint. And we've talked quite a bit during the hearing about technology and precision agriculture and those type things. And, we don't know the number of farmers that employ precision agriculture on their farms, but depending on where you are located in the country, that percentage number can be pretty high. And those farmers right now are sharing that data with their seed supplier, their fertilizer company, their crop insurance company, if that crop insurance company has the ability to accept it. Mm-hmm. And I think it makes a lot of sense to be able to get the three agencies and two maybe more than NRCS, but to get them in a position to be able to accept that data. And my hope would be is that as a farmer is planting his or her crop, that they are actually populating an acreage report as they're progressing through planting season. I mean, that would be fantastic, and that certainly will be priority one from a technology modernization standpoint, and AFIDA as well. I was director of the Missouri Department of Agriculture. I was responsible for that reporting at the state level and then as the FSA administrator. And there is certainly probably some better technologies to be able to capture that information.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Mr. Fordyce. And I do have some questions I'll submit for the record regarding 45Z as well. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you.
Senator Joni Ernst of Iowa began her line of questioning by welcoming Richard Fordyce, the nominee for Undersecretary of Agriculture for Farm Production and Conservation, and congratulating him on his nomination. She extended her gratitude to him and his family for their commitment to serving in such an important role within the U.S. Department of Agriculture, USDA. The senator also mentioned how Fordyce would be joining an excellent team at the USDA, including Pat Swanson, the administrator of the Risk Management Agency, and Matthew, a former staff member of hers who now serves at the Farm Production and Conservation, FPAC, office. In the discussion that followed, Senator Ernst pointed to Fordyce's phrase, "one farmer, one form," which resonated deeply with Iowa's farmers. This concept highlighted the need for a simplified process where farmers could submit their reports using a single form instead of navigating the complex and redundant paperwork that currently exists across different USDA agencies. Farmers have long struggled with this issue, especially when they are required to deal with various forms across different departments. While some farmers prefer the traditional method of submitting physical yield maps, others are more inclined toward a digital option. The senator emphasized the necessity of creating a system that would cater to both preferences, ensuring flexibility and efficiency for farmers across the nation. She also raised the issue of outdated methods for tracking and reporting foreign land ownership in the United States. The Agriculture Foreign Investment Disclosure Act, AFIDA, signed into law in 1978, requires foreign land purchases to be reported to the USDA. However, this system has hardly been updated since its inception, and reports are still submitted on paper. USDA staff must manually enter each foreign land purchase into the system, a process that is not only time-consuming but also prone to errors. The senator cited her oversight letter to the USDA, which acknowledged typographical errors in the manual data entry process, stating that such mistakes were inevitable. This inefficiency, she argued, is unacceptable, especially when it comes to something as critical as protecting American farmland from foreign adversaries. Senator Ernst applauded the recent commitment by Secretary Rollins to modernize the AFIDA reporting process, calling it a necessary step forward. She expressed hope that the USDA could build on this momentum in the upcoming Farm Bill, aiming to protect American farmland through legislation such as the Farmland Act. This legislation, she argued, would ensure that American farmland is not sold to foreign adversaries, safeguarding the nation's food supply and security. Turning back to Mr. Fordyce, the senator asked if, upon his confirmation, he would prioritize the digital modernization of USDA systems, both for farmers and for programs like AFIDA. Fordyce acknowledged the importance of modernization and responded affirmatively, expressing his commitment to making these changes a priority. He reiterated that during his time in the Trump administration, they had begun working on modernizing acreage reporting, though it had not yet been completed. Fordyce emphasized that technology, particularly precision agriculture, could greatly improve the accuracy and efficiency of data collection, and he cited the benefits of allowing farmers to input acreage reports digitally while they are planting their crops. He acknowledged that many farmers were already sharing data with seed suppliers, fertilizer companies, and crop insurance providers, and it made sense to integrate that data across various USDA agencies. Fordyce's background, which includes serving as the director of the Missouri Department of Agriculture and the administrator of the Farm Service Agency, FSA, has given him first-hand experience with these issues. He recognized that better technologies were available to improve the way foreign land ownership is tracked and reported, and he pledged to make this a priority if confirmed. Senator Ernst thanked Fordyce for his commitment and mentioned that she would submit additional questions about the 45Z tax code for the record. In conclusion, the exchange reflected a shared commitment to improving USDA systems for the benefit of farmers and the nation as a whole. The senator's call for modernization and Fordyce's willingness to prioritize these issues set the stage for a potential transformation in the USDA's operations, particularly in terms of data handling and protection of American agricultural interests.